Hey guys, thought I'd do a quick video on Nottingham Forest and how they have tried to claim that Wolves have only got away with getting a points deduction because we sold Ruben Neves in June, which is actually factually incorrect. This story broke earlier on The Athletic actually, and it's been reported widely for the rest of the day, but I thought it was quite important to bring it to you guys on the channel because a lot of you would miss out on all of this sort of news. So as we do know, Nottingham Forest of course has been cited and punished for breaking FFP, PSR, profits and sustainability rules by going over by around about £35 million. Now most Premier League clubs have 105 million over a 3-year rolling period which they have to work with. Forest, because they got promoted, it's 61 million. Now Forest in their first year up bought a lot of players, like 22 players, and spent a lot of money, and obviously they were cited as this overspend, and obviously the Forest owners and their lawyers have basically cited reasons why this would happen, and the biggest thing that they've said has been reported is that they sold Brendan Johnson later in the window. Well, I think it was the last day of the window to Tottenham Hotspur, whereas they had an offer from Bournemouth in and around I think it was June of that year, but they held out to they didn't sell then, and they made more money at the final day of the season. It's a fair argument, to be fair, and it's something that people have talked about in respect to this, but the rules are the rules. Forest in the end only got a 4-point deduction, unlike Everton's 6-point deduction, because they were a lot more engaged and didn't give any false information to the Premier League, and they'd taken things into context. So it was a 4-point deduction, even though the Premier League pushed initially for 8. The arbitrary panel gave them a 4-point deduction, which they're sure to appeal, although I'm not sure that they're going to be successful in that appeal on this point. But part of the argument is that they wanted to say that most transfers come towards the end of the window. Not many transfers happen earlier in the window, and that if it wasn't for Wolves selling Ruben Neves in June, Wolves would have got a points deduction. Well, actually that's incorrect, because although a lot of Premier League teams do file their end of year accounts to the end of June, Wolves do not. Wolves accounts are filed from the 1st of May, from the 1st of June till the 31st of May. Why? Because all of the transfer dealings in the summer and the January window are all under one set of accounts, and as you probably know, the summer transfer window tends to open the middle of June. So clubs that have their end of year accounts at the end of June could have, if they sold a player in June, it would be split over 2 accounting periods. Wolves choose not to do that. It's the end of May that they do. So the fact that Forest cited Wolves that would have got a points deduction had they have not sold Ruben Neves in June is actually wrong. So that money actually goes into Wolves' next set of accounts and will not be in the accounts that Wolves submit to the Premier League in January when they ask, because Wolves had already calculated where they needed to be on the FFP threshold, which is why they were very careful during this summer window, i.e. they calculated for Wolves finishing a worst case scenario in the Premier League of 17th, and accounted that there would be around about £2.7 million under the threshold if they finish 17th, with the prize money that they get from the Premier League and the amount of TV games that they get. Obviously Wolves have had a much better season, so bearing in mind it's around about £2 million or thereabouts a place, and Wolves could finish anywhere between sort of like 14th to 6th at this point in time, that's a lot of money difference from the worst case scenario, and they would have had a lot more TV games as well. So Wolves will be in a much better position than they've accounted for, and the Ruben Neves money that they've received will be in the accounts for the following January that they had to submit. So Forest's citing Wolves, from what the reports we're reading, has niggled Wolves a little bit because it's factually incorrect in that point. So I thought that was quite amusing, and I thought I'd share it with you. And if you've enjoyed me sharing it with you and you found that of interest, please smash a like. If you're brand new and you love your Wolves content and all your latest Wolves news, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification. Until the next one, I'm Dazzling Dave, always Wolves.